Hi guys, welcome back to SNG TV. I'm S, she's G, and today our video is about a flawless summer glow. So the products that we use, how we achieve our summer glow.
So the way we're going to explain it is I'm going to explain what I'm going to use, and then S is going to explain what she's going to use, and then we're going to start, and as we're going through the process we'll explain how we're doing it. We're not going to talk over each other neither, so we're going to take turns so you guys don't get confused.
Kind of bear with us. We are in the process of looking for a new camera and better lighting. So let's start.
So the products I'm going to be using, they're some are lower ends, some are higher ends. So it's a variation of different things. So I'm going to be priming my face with Skindinavia, and this is the makeup finishing spray, the original makeup saver. I like to use that because I have very oily skin. For foundation, which I like because it's extremely light, I'm going to be using the Fit Me foundation in 230, and it's called Natural Buff. For concealer, the M.A.C, the Moisture Cover NIM NC30, and I also like to use that with the Coastal Scents, the camouflage palette, and I use this one right here. And this one is actually, for so much concealers in different shades, it's very inexpensive, which is $16. To set my face, I like to use the Benai powder in Banana, and this is $10. And I am going to be applying everything with a beauty blender. This is just my preference. I know it's stained, but don't judge me. Don't judge me. Or if you're in a budget, you could use these cosmetic sponges where you could get in CVS, Rite Aid, any pharmacy, or in your local beauty store. And that's what I'm going to be using.
I'm going to be using today, I'm going to moisturize my face. This is a Curel Daily Moisture. Do not have dry skin, I have combination skin, but I do have a lot of dry patches in my face, so I'm just going to use it on the places that I need it the most. So from every normal day-to-day basis, I would use an SPF. This is by Dermalogica. It is a SPF 50. It's called Solar Defense Booster. I'm gonna dot a little bit in my face so you could kind of know how to use it and when to use it. Primer, sheer cover. It's actually a really good primer, surprisingly. I'm gonna be using my M.A.C Prolong Wear. I am color NC25. I have two concealers. It's the Color Stay Concealer, and this is in the color, it's All Too Pale. And then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Special Camouflage, which, as you can tell, I really like this product. I'm already hitting pan in it, so I'm gonna like mix and match the two, and this is in the color SC3. I am going to use, first of all, this bronzer. It's an e.l.f. bronzer. It kind of looks like this. e.l.f. blush. If you apply this well, it would give you a really nice glow to your skin. And this is called Giddy Gold. I'm going to use one of their shimmer facial whips. It's called Golden Peach. And then I'm going to be using the translucent powder by the Zeke's formula as my foundation brush, and the Sigma F80, which is just a flat top kabuki brush. And then I'm going to be using an e.l.f. angled brush and a stippling brush by Real Techniques. And this is going to be my concealer brush. It's an airbrush concealer from Sephora. And then my Sigma P84 brush as to kind of blend out my concealer. M.A.C Fix Plus.
So our mirrors, they're right in front of us, so if you see me looking to the side, it's because I am looking at my mirror.
So before I do anything to my face, I'm gonna moisturize where my dry areas are.
So I'm just taking the foundation in the back of my hand, right here, taking this beauty blender, and I'm just gonna tap first, and then I'll just start applying.
So this is actually really good because you could kind of tell how to use sponges as a foundation, like in your foundation routine, and then I'm going to show you how to use brushes if you wanted to use brushes instead. So how I always start out, I just get a little bit of M.A.C Fix Plus and I kind of just spray it onto the brush itself and just kind of put it here and just work it. Have like a few scoops of my foundation and start working it in. So the way I like to apply it is kind of similar to how she applies it. I'm just gonna dab it.
Guys, you don't want to like scrape it on because you're just gonna like make a big mess and you're gonna get streaks. So you just want to dab it or buff it in small circular motions.
And the way I'm doing it is I'm just patting it into my skin. But like she said, you do not want to just do this and then do that, because that's going to leave you a lot of streaking marks on your face and it's not going to look well. So when I start in the areas that I'm most concerned about. I start in my cheeks because my cheeks are really rosy, and so I start about my cheeks just because they need more coverage than any other area on my face.
And I know I said I have oily skin, and I know this is very dewy, but it's so light that I like it, and I actually prefer a dewy face throughout the day. Like, it starts off matte, but as of course I get oily, it ends up being dewy, and that's just how I prefer it. I don't like being a matty face, let's just say. Ugh.
Matty face.
Matty face.
If you guys are gonna put SPF, which I definitely suggest putting on SPF, especially during the daytime and if you're going out, just make sure you put the moisturizer and then you wait, whatever moisturizer you have at home, whatever moisturizer you use, just make sure you put it on and then you wait for about maybe 5 minutes, and then you put on, not 5 minutes, maybe about 3 minutes, and then you put on your SPF and then wait more, and then if you wanted to put a primer, you could use your primer as well. I'll also make sure you bring your foundation down to your neck, not all the way down, but you kind of want it to blend. You don't want it to look like there's a line and you can tell where your foundation starts and where it ends.
Like a mask.
You don't have to add more foundation. You could just already whatever you have on your brush or whatever you have on your neckline, you could kind of just bring it down like that.
And guys, also you want to make sure you get right here, because I know there's a lot of girls that miss that area, and you could always tell, especially when they have a tan going on. So I'm just gonna put on concealer right now, and what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take my little concealer brush, which I did spray with Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna use this shade right here first, and then on top of that I'm going to use my concealer from M.A.C, so you'll just see it as I go.
Now I am going to use my Revlon Color Stay, as I mentioned before, and I am going to just do it underneath my eyes, and that's it. The way I apply it is start from your tear ducts, like this, go down to like your nostril, right here, and just kind of bring it up to the end of your eye, and just kind of fill in the rest.
It's like a little triangle. And the reason why we do this is because whatever we are putting our concealer is bringing out our features. So when we contour, it precedes everything, so it makes everything smaller and sucked in. So now that we've powdered, now we're going to contour and put on blush to give more color to our face instead of looking all pale.
I'm going to be using my e.l.f. St. Lucia bronzer with a Real Technique brush. And I don't really like blush, so I'm going to be using my e.l.f. one to just give me that glowy look.
So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Sun bronzing powder in matte, which is this one, and then I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetic blush palette.
So how I like to do it in particular, I just like to kind of, I already know where my cheekbones are, but if you don't, just kind of fishy face and you'll see them come out. I just like to do this and stop right there, because the rest I'm gonna blend downwards and upwards.
What I do, I just grab, this is a 109 brush from M.A.C. I just pinch it and then I just go like this, and I literally just sculpt it. I don't really care about blending at this point, because I'll just take a little bit more and then just blend upwards. And also I like to contour right here on my temples, so it looks like I have like a sun-kissed glow. Remember to blend, because you don't want to look like a zebra.
Yeah, blend up towards your hairline, so just blend up.
Then I'm just gonna take my palette and I'm gonna use this color right here for my neck.
Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blend what I already have, and I'm gonna be using an e.l.f. stippling brush.
I'm gonna use blush, and the blush I'm gonna use, because we're trying to go for a bronzy look, it's going to be this one, which is like a little brown taupe color. And I'm just gonna be using the same stippling brush so I don't get too much on there.
So for my glow that I like to do, I'm gonna just grab a little bit of this e.l.f. and I'm gonna barely put it on my brush, just because this a little goes a long way. And I'm gonna put this right on top, so it's gonna be right here and then blend it down.
And then for highlight, I am using the I Am Glam, and this is by Mario. I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Mario Devonic. That's one of Kim Kardashian's many famous makeup artists that he created. And I'm also gonna be using the same stippling brush.
And for my highlight, I am going to be using the e.l.f. Shimmery Facial Whips, which just is a liquid. This kind of is a dupe for the High Beam. So what I'm going to do is just put a little in my hand. That's basically all you need for both cheeks.
And I like to just highlight the top of my cheeks, my cupid's bow, and also a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Don't go crazy, you don't want to look like you're oily.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab this right on my cheekbone and blend with my finger.
I'm just going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Brow Fix Brow Kit from Milani, the darkest shade.
And for my eyebrows, what I like to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil, and this is in the shade Brunette Dark Brown. I'm
also using an Anastasia with the angled brush at the end and a spoolie at the end.
So what I like to do is I like to use a very kind of natural eye color. There's a lot of girls that already own the Naked palette from Urban Decay, so for any of you girls, you could just use the color Naked, which is this color right here, all over your lid. I'm gonna apply it with my finger because I'm not trying to get really too detailed with it.
I'm just going to be using the Coastal Scents 88 matte palette, the original one. Very inexpensive, it's like $16. So it has every color imaginable for you beginners, or if you don't want to spend too much money.
I am going to just apply a few coats of mascara. This is by Bare Essentials.
Okay, the colors that I'm using for my eyes are this one and this one, and this one's just lighter than this one. And I'm just using them together with my finger actually. I'm not using a brush. You guys are gonna see that I'm more into earth tone colors than anything else. If you see me with like a color like purple or blue, is because just went out of my comfort zone for that day, which I rarely do.
And you could tell that I am the complete opposite. I love dark vampy colors.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. If you ever see me with a makeup look like this, it's because I woke up late or I was very lazy that morning. She's very light and simple, and I'm very dark and just dark.
So I'm just going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. L'Oreal is my favorite for mascaras, no doubt. I think they are the best when it comes to mascaras from the drugstore. I'm just going to add some eyeliner from NARS. I don't even know what the color is, but it's just a bronze one, which I just love bronze eyeliner. And I'm just going to put it in my waterline, okay? So this is the Wet n Wild lipstick. It's called Bare It All, and it's 902C. I'm just going to apply that, and then I'm actually going to put gloss. And this is the Lip Glam by the same guy, Mario D. I'm just going to call him Mario D, the one that designed I Am Glam.
For my lips, I'm just using the Baby Lips, which is this. I love this stuff, and this is in the color Pink Punch. Who wants to have a face full of makeup? I know not me, because I sweat profusely with a lot of makeup on. So the simple for me, the better it is. And I'm just going to finish off with 2 sprays of MAC Fix Plus all over my face and spray. And I'm done with my makeup look.
I just applied my lipstick, and I'm just going to put the lip gloss on. And that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to set it with the Skindinavia. Shake it up. We are set.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Just make sure to rate, view, and subscribe.
Please like.
Also leave us some comments, maybe a suggestion for our next video. Whatever it is, if you didn't like our makeup look, or if you didn't like the lighting or the camera quality, just let us know. We're gonna definitely have a full description of what we both use on the description box, everything that we use. So just if you didn't hear us the first time or you didn't see it, we could have that down in our link.
Yeah. Also, like I mentioned before, there are going to be pictures up on our Instagram.
So follow us on Instagram. So you can see kind of our full detailed look.
So guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
See you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.